Greetings from Michigan. It is September 22nd. Let me just show you something here. Temperature currently, well, if I can find, it's 61 degrees. It was 44 this morning. Yesterday was 83 and 55. So a drastic drop in temperature today. It was really chilly. This is another video of fig tasting. The variety is Nero 600. Next to it I have Valle Negra, or I believe it's pronounced that way. Seems to be identical variety from what I've read, synonym for these two. And there is also VDB, Violet de Bordeaux, that's also very similar. I don't have that tree in a nice form. The leaves are really smaller this year, so I'm not going to show it to compare it. But this tree here has one ripe fruit, I believe. Let me just... I will have to pick it up even if it's not fully ripe. I like to compare it to another tree that I have that has ripe fruit. Okay, so it is ripe. Perfect. Okay, let me just take a look up close. Actually, I have a really bad lighting here, so I'm gonna just leave this fig there. And let me take you to another tree. First of all, let me just look at the leaf pattern. You can see that the leaves have pointy lobes. It is a characteristics of these varieties. And this is the tree that I'm talking about. This one I bought from eBay as a black Madeira when I first started to collect varieties, and of course I did not know better. So 4 trees that I bought from this person, at least 3 turned out to be not what he claimed to be. So one was, I bought 2 black Madeiras. One was, well, this one. Another one was probably Hardy Chicago, and I don't know about the other 2. It doesn't matter. Let's take a look at this tree right now. It is very productive. It hasn't been uprooted in this container for the last 3 years. One of the first trees that I got. And I keep it just to show how I don't want my trees to look like in containers with these branches spreading below the soil level. Let's take a look this time at these fruits. You can see that the leaves look very similar to the one that I just showed you, the Nero 600. Pointy leaves. And the fruit also looks very similar. And I was working in my backyard when I was walking by this tree, and I picked one really ripe fruit, and I was just so impressed with that fruit, so I had to make another video on fig tasting. So I'm gonna now just collect all these ripe fruits that I see. There is one in the back here. We're gonna have cold temperatures for a few days now. Really good attachment. It's hard to remove these. Okay, I have 4. Oh, this one is really ripe. And one in the bottom. Not. Okay. Alright, I have a good selection here. As you may know, I have mentioned that before, that this year finally I have the opportunity to taste different varieties other than my Hardy Chicago that I had for last 12 years now. And I'm impressed with many of these varieties. Okay, I'm gonna just take this one and let's go to the table now. Okay, let's go with the shortcut here. Okay, so these are these unknowns that I just picked. All right, and this is the Nero 600. Let's compare them up close. I don't see really noticeable spots on Nero 600 now at this stage, at least not on this fruit. But what I noticed on this variety, and even last year too, that it has these spots like whitish. Actually, they're more kind of brownish spots. It doesn't show really clear here, but let me see here. This one, same thing. Yeah, you can see it now here. They're really brown in color, these spots. It looks really pretty. I remember taking a picture last year, one ripe fruit, and it had really, really nice coloration like this. And let me just go back to the Nero 600. And there are some there, but they're just not as noticeable. Okay, let me weigh them first. $19, $16, $23, $16, $26, $23, and $24. So those were for that unknown, and for the Nero 600, $16. So this is a really small fruit. Again, this is the first fruit that I'm picking from Nero 600. But I have to tell you, I was really impressed with the taste. I happen to like these VDB, Violet de Bordeaux, or these Nero 600 varieties, apparently, for their taste. So let me open first. I did not take a picture, but it's the only fruit. So now, look at that. So beautiful. And, well, let me just take this one that is larger. Not as deep red as that one. This one is closer. This one seems pretty ripe, so this one should be even more. Yes, so this is a Nero 600, and these are these unknowns. They do look very, very similar shape-wise. This one seems just more ripe. I like the purplish coloration in the skin, and actually reflects on a syconium that just rind under the skin, and it seems now that the color, this purplish color, progresses. It gets darker after I was cutting, so oxidizes to become even more purplish. I will taste the Nero 600 for the sugar level. Brix meter is ready, refractometer. So let's just make sure that it's set at 0. It is just 1 above 0. Actually, I'm gonna just go quickly and get a leaf. I think this requires picture taking. All right. Since I'm only confirmed on this variety, I'm gonna just take a picture of Nero 600. You can see that these leaves are kind of folded, they do not stand flat. Kind of interesting. I wanna maybe use my knife like that. All right. And now, excuse me while I take a photo. All right, done. And now is the really fun part. I'm gonna taste this one here. All right. So again, very similar to the fig that I tasted just a few minutes ago from this unknown variety. One that I tasted was even a little sweeter than this one here. And this one, maybe because of the rain that we had a couple of nights ago, it is sweet. I would say it's about 22 on a Brix scale, so let's check that out. Again, I'm going to just emulsify this pulp to extract juice. It is very thick, fairly closed eye, very thin skin. And again, what is the taste profile? Where it is more intense, what I hear as explained as figgy flavor. Figgy flavor to me represents black mulberry. So this one is a mixture of very intense black mulberry, and instead of strawberry I will take maybe blackberry or black raspberry. Not as acidic as raspberry, so I would say maybe more blackberry. All right, let's check. So I said about 22, 3 maybe the most. And again, it is 23, just around 23. So it was one above the 0, and it comes out to 22 then. Okay, that was pretty correct. Okay, I will return now this pulp. And I will taste it. This have to, again, I need to have it in my mouth again just to remember better. Okay, Nero 600. Again, noticeable seed crunch. Kind of interesting flavor there. Very tiny seeds, but they are crunchy. Again, very nice. I enjoy this flavor a lot. Now, let me try this unknown, which I believe is a VDB. Okay, let me see which one I'm gonna take. How about this one here? I would say identical. Yes, I would not be able to tell them apart if I taste these blindfolded. Again, very nice. Oh, I just discovered a new taste really that I enjoy. So apparently these varieties like VDB, Violet or Violet de Bordeaux, Nero 600, Valle Negra, they have this more intense figgy or black mulberry flavor that I enjoy. I like these varieties. I'm gonna take this inside. Let me just open this one because it's also softer. See if it differs anyhow. This one was even sweeter. And I know, let me see what time it is. I don't want to make my video too long, and it is already too long, but this one's just maybe a touch sweeter. It could be maybe 23 on a Brix scale. I don't have a... That's okay. More important was that I did review Nero 600. It is a great variety. I did like it. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.